What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jordan, and here is another video of the Jordinary life. Please hit the subscribe button below or over there. I don't even know where it is anymore, and I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for watching this video. So today, I just want to explore your options after college. What are things you might want to consider or focus on or cultivate after college? I know most of us think about just going into higher education or going into the workforce, and that's great and all, but I just want to expand and touch upon different options that are out there. There are different things you may possibly want to do. And as someone who recently graduated and currently in their gap year, I definitely saw a lot of possibilities. I definitely see a lot of things I could work on before I pursue higher education. So one of those things is pursuing different internships for a few months, some of them maybe a year, depending on your time commitment. So why internships? I just think it's so valuable to be able to see an organization up close, up front. I think being an intern, you have a unique perspective on seeing the workplace, and I think you can learn a lot about the organizational culture. That's something I've noticed a lot in my past internships and how some teams thrive and how others don't. But I think it's important to see different organizational cultures. That's the biggest thing for me there, and the biggest thing that I've learned is that people operate differently. Some people have these amazing websites, amazing vision statements, but then you get to behind the scenes and you see that teams are not working as they should, and maybe there are possible ways to improve them. Another option is to work, and that's no surprise. Work, we gotta make our money, maybe possibly pay off some student loans, but I think it's important to work in the line of your intended career. So currently I'm working as a rehab aide, and I do that because I want to pursue a career in occupational therapy. I think after college, it's definitely the time to double down on the career that you'd like to go into if you have an idea of it. You know, I like to think of it more than the money. The money sure is very helpful, but I think you shouldn't take on jobs just for the money. Do it for the learning opportunities that are possibly there. I think the learning opportunities and the connects are much more important than the money, but definitely consider that when looking for work after college. The third thing I'd urge you to consider after college, one of the options you should keep on your list is to travel, whether that's around the country or around the world. Traveling just gives you that perspective, and I think perspective is so valuable. Being able to learn different cultures, to immerse yourself in different ways of living and seeing how they conduct things, and then bringing that back to wherever you live now and just being like, wow, this is going on in a different part of the world, and it just gives you a whole set of ideas of how things can be done. And I think a lot of us are lacking in that perspective. You know, we get pissed, we get really mad over little things, we are stressed over little things that really aren't that serious in the larger scheme of things. That perspective just humbles you. Just immerse yourself. Take in whatever that surrounding environment is. You know, there are so many people I know that want to travel. You know, they see these things on Instagram and they're like, I'm gonna be there someday. But I urge you not to procrastinate traveling. I really urge you to take this time period to travel after college. Try not to put it off for a later time when you feel like you'll be financially stable, when everything will be okay and you don't have to worry about money or obligations or anything like that. Because I think that ideal time, it might not even come. So I believe after college, definitely when you're trying to find yourself, you're trying to be more independent, you can just really go out and see the world while you're still young and vivacious, full of energy, you know? The fourth thing I'd say is to just spend more time with your family. And if you feel like you've been with your family and been living in the same household for all your years and you just want to get away, I just want you to think about how you actually spent your time with your family. Or have you actively been spending time with your family? Or is it just kind of passively like, hey, Jordan, come along with us, but you really don't want to go and you're not interacting and fully immersed with your family? You know, time is fleeting, and I know there are moments when you're young and you felt like your parents are telling you what to do all the time, but realize that as you get older, they are getting older too. That is just the fact of life. So spend as much time with your family as you possibly can. This just comes back to the whole perspective thing, and I just want you to see things in the long term, and I just want you to really think about any conflicts you may have or disagreements, and just think about the bigger picture and spend time with the people you care and love. The fifth thing on my list is to cultivate hobbies, to explore your talents, your passions, and find out ways that you can possibly monetize them. Especially in today's world, you know, we have so many resources, we have the internet, Google, YouTube. There are different ways to make our passions, the things we love, into our careers. And I think a lot of people are taking that step right now. I'd love to be there someday, hopefully through this YouTube thing, but we'll see. I'm just keeping an open mind. But this is the time, after college, take that time to explore other career options out there besides the traditional going from college to job, or besides jobs that require a college education. And I think it's just amazing to do something you love, do something that you're having fun with, and make money in the process. And that's something that could fund your future education if there's more things you want to pursue. If you still want to go into grad school, at least you kind of have the foundation set up of your side hustle, of your business, or whatever it may be. But it's just amazing to take this time and really double down on things you love, things you're passionate about, and explore what other options are out there to make a living. So number 6 on this list is just to try things completely different, completely out of your comfort zone. I believe that after college is just the perfect time to absorb as many things as you can, to dip your toes in different fields and try different things that you may have not considered before. Because you never know what might spark an interest. You never know until you actually try it. So after college, just really find something that you've always been curious about, because I think there's so much to be learned from it, whether you end up liking it or not, and see what's out there, because you never know until you try. So number 7 is just to start learning more about adult things, more specifically fiscal or money matters. So whether that's retirement accounts, savings accounts, taxes, life insurance, building credit. I think a lot of us are so focused in our careers and waiting till we have our jobs until we have to manage our money. Because I think at the end of the day, if you don't know how to manage your money, no matter how much you make, you could easily deplete that over time when you're careless with your money, when you don't know what you're doing, when you don't know how these different things operate, how banks operate, savings accounts, and all that. Once I've kind of started looking into this, it's just insane how much psychology is put into businesses, into marketing, to really just get the most out of the customer and really have them fall into the traps of spending more or charging more fees. Especially after college, everyone's gonna be like, sign up for this, sign up for that. So really after college, take the time to learn more about money matters. Number 8 on this list is just to start developing and working on your lifelong habits that you'd like to have. Back in school, I used to always have the excuse that, oh, I'm so tired to do this, I have class, I have to read this and that. But after college, I think it's time to really solidify and develop those habits, whether that's exercise, diet, journaling, meditation. That could also mean waking up early. If you start developing that habit now, you will thank yourself later, because you'll mindlessly be doing these good habits that will serve you for the rest of your life. Try to eliminate bad habits and form new good habits to set yourself up for success in the future, for better health, for you to thrive and follow your dreams and goals. And my last thing is really to just explore philosophy, to explore the life that you'd want to live. You know, all of us kind of lead our lives based on our beliefs. I've started reading into philosophy a little bit. It just makes so much more sense once you're outside of college. I remember in college, philosophy was just like, huh? But after college, I could see how applicable it is. It really serves as a guiding source throughout your life. You know, if you establish your core beliefs, figure out what you value most and what's important to you, that really just guides you whenever you're going through your daily life, making decisions, making choices. Still be open-minded, still be receptive to other people's ideas, but figure out your internal compass. What matters to you? Where do you want to go? What is the life you want to lead? You know, as with developing good habits, it's not just a physical game, it's a mental game too. So I think if we have that guiding source and we really just keep studying and nourishing our minds and adapting that growing and learning mindset, that will serve you for the rest of your life. You know, learning does not stop after school, outside of education system. So overall, if you haven't realized, the basic gist of this is just not to waste time. If you are considering taking a gap year or currently in your gap year, don't sit around and watch Netflix and Hulu all day. Don't just lounge and sleep and say you're catching up on all the sleep you missed out on college. Don't spend all your time on social media just posting and looking at how other people are living. You know, a gap year could be a total waste, or it could be the most fulfilling and best decision you ever make, depending how you spend it. Be intentional. Take this time to really grow, to become the person that you want to be, to just set the foundation that will serve you for the rest of your life. I hope you found value in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and share this with someone who's considering taking a gap year. Share this with someone currently in their gap year. This is really just a call for you to think about life outside of the education system. I think so many of us are just thinking that after we get that career, after we get that master's, that doctorate, that PhD, then our life begins and we can start worrying about all these adult things and life and fulfillment. But I think it starts here, taking that gap year to solidify this foundation, and suddenly everything else will fall into place. So you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the like, subscribe, share, notification bell, hit them all. Because thank you so much. My name is Jordinary and I'm signing out.